Hello and welcome back to Oakridge City. We are playing Firefighting Simulator Ignite and we are going to
911, what's
be...
your emergency?
Yeah? Hello?
Hello, sir. How can I help you?
Ah, great. I'm over at the Solala Couture store in downtown. You need to send someone. There's a Black Friday sale going on. Well, at least it was. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I think someone set some clothes on fire?
All right, sir. I'm sending people your way. Are you outside?
Yeah, I got out. So did most people and employees. There's so much smoke. I couldn't see if anyone is still inside. God, I hope not.
Okay, thank you, sir. I need you to stay on the line with me just a bit longer.
Sorry about that. Trying to do an introduction here. Yes, Firefighting Simulator Ignite. We are doing our first of the mission videos. This is going to be a regular series for a while. I don't know how long, but I think it'll be a little while. So if everything went well, according to my plan, then this video is coming out on Sunday, and it will be the fourth video this week. I know earlier I said I would do 3 videos. One is the tutorial and training. One is the the fire station tour, and then this was the 3rd video. But actually I wanted to do a mod hub video to show off what it's like to use the mod hub. Now I haven't filmed that video yet because the mod hub on console is not working yet. It's not, I don't think it's working correctly because I can only see 4 mods, but by the time this video releases on Sunday, I hope that the problem is resolved. Here's me, I am not getting used to driving, I'm not very good yet. But yeah, so that in that case, then this will be the 4th video. I really do want to, capitalize on how new this game is. You got to take advantage of the algorithm. People are interested in it, so I'm doing 4 videos in a week. But I will be slowing down and turning it into a long-term series. So 1 video a week at least. I might do like a mod hub video and a base game mission video in a week if I want. I could do 2 videos, but we'll see. We're gonna keep things open, but we got to enjoy it. What the heck? Oh yeah, here's me trying to figure out what I'm doing. Come on, get there in time. Yes.
Welcome back,
we get the gold medal.
We have an emergency in a Solala store. Apparently, they had a big sale going on, and the store clerks couldn't control the situation. People got rowdy, and now the place is kind of a wreck. More importantly, there is a rapidly spreading fire going on that we need to take down. You'll need to manage this site on your own, recruit. Show us that you and your squad can handle an emergency. I'm sure you'll find a way.
So right now I'm still a recruit. I'm this is my first true mission, so we gotta earn our stripes here. I am still learning though. That's a big thing. I'm learning still about the mechanics, so trying to maximize my efficiency here. Right now I have all of my people to manual, so they set up a supply line and then they just wait for me to give them instructions. And I'm pretty darn slow at it too, aren't I?
I'm going there. Starting rescue, Commander.
So we got to get these people out. You can't lose a single person or you don't get a gold medal, because you need to rescue every single person to get the gold medal, as well as finish in a certain amount of time. So right now
I found an unconscious victim here. Ambulance.
What the heck am I doing? I'm pretty sure it's already hooked up there, bud. Yeah, you can tell this is my first mission. Somebody's already done it. You see I'm checking. Oh yeah, it's connected to the truck. Alright, put it back. throw it on the ground. So, yeah. It's kind of difficult to watch, isn't it? To watch somebody so new at a game, so... And I'd say, I did play the squad pretty recently, so you'd think I'd be a little bit quicker, but once you get the hang of it, that's the main thing. I just got to get used to the flow.
I'm gonna help that victim.
Get these victims picked up, get these victims saved. But also, of course, I'm also interested in the detail. There's another person there I just passed by. But the detail is really great. One thing I really like about the game is it's really stable.
Fire's extinguished, boss. Nah,
I've had one crash up till now, which you're not going to see until like episode 5, because I'm playing so much and I'm filming it all and editing it all. But I've had one crash so far, but
Gonna go there.
that's still really good. That's in many hours of playing. So even that, I would say, is a really good result. So we're getting these victims saved.
I got that victim safe to the medic. Locked, but I'll break it open. Gonna pick up that Halligan first.
But there's going to be a big fire in the back. So as we go through the missions, we're gonna
That's what I do.
we're gonna narrate, you know, what did we do wrong and what did we do right and what could we not do right because of some mechanic that was tricky or challenging.
Got that door open, boss.
So that's mainly what we're gonna do with the commentary. But it's interesting to watch me struggle too with the controls on this first episode. You see, I don't put everything out immediately. I have a lot of trust in my teammates, which might be misplaced trust. But I'm looking for victims.
Getting the victim out of here, boss.
As well, because number one priority is rescuing victims, and then shutting off supply to electricity and gas, and then
Be right back. Getting a
would be
Halligan.
putting out the fire.
Killing that fire, boss. Taking care of this fire, Commander.
So one thing that is really great about the game is just how visually striking it is. The smoke, there's different types of smoke, there's different types of fire, different types of heat. You wouldn't even need to do that. But yeah, different types of heat, fire, smoke. Visually, it's a very visual game. Hold on, is that a guy? Well, I guess.
Victim has reached the ambulance.
But you can really feel the heat when you get close. Of course, I'm gonna make mistakes like getting too close to the fire sometimes, but you just have to. Sometimes you have to be just unnaturally aggressive if you want the gold medal.
Clearing this fire.
Because honestly, I know that there is the right way to tackle a fire, and then there's the video game simulation way to get the gold medal. And sometimes you have to go against common sense if you want the gold medal, right? Like, if you were to fight a fire the way that you need to get a gold medal in some of these levels, I think you'd be fired pretty quick from your job as a fireman. You would be discharged from the service because it's just reckless. You have to be reckless sometimes. And you're going to see me be reckless, but I'll explain to you why I have to be reckless in a later video. But we're just going to narrate it as we go. So here we're tackling the fire. Some things you need to use the regular stream of water for, and some things it's okay to use the more wide water pattern, which you'll also find. I do like the water though. You know, there were some people on YouTube who were a little bit worried that the water was going to be a bit unnatural, especially in some of the videos. The water seemed quite clear, like you were shooting out, you know, Aquafina. Is that what it is? That bottled water, you know, very crystal, very good. But I think that they did great. They must have changed it to make it appear a little more white. So we put out the fire. Now I'm just looking for the last victim. Here's how you lose a gold medal. You waste time. I think we're looking for, what, one more or two more? And I told you, I passed by them earlier. They were laying on the ground. There they are. So we're just going to pick this person up. One good thing is that the trophies in this game for PlayStation, they're pretty easy to get. At least most of them. I haven't given the list a very good look, but it seems like a lot of them are just from playing and just experiencing the game. You get trophies. Those are my favorite kinds of trophies, where you don't have to go unnaturally intense in your gameplay. You see that completed in 6 minutes and 10 seconds. I did 8 minutes and 28 because I wasted time. So I am going to try to get a gold medal on every level.
You've shown us that you can handle yourself despite the unexpected dangers of this job.
Nice.
We are glad to have you on board, firefighter.
Very good, very good. We have been promoted to firefighter. I'm wearing the, and we get this Rosenbauer truck here. This is the TP3. This is my favorite truck, honestly, so far at least. But in the squad, I also really loved this one, where it was just so simple. All it is a pump, and it carries all your tools. So that's my favorite truck in the world, fire truck. But we are now at the rank of fireman. Here's Simmy the dog. I love Simmy the dog.
Such a good dog.
So Simmy the dog and this helmet here, this is the classic helmet design, are the pre-order bonus. But you can buy the fire station companion pack, which is what it is. You get the dog and you get the hat, the helmet. You can buy that after release, but I knew that I'd want it. Well, I knew that it would be good to get. As a pre-order bonus, it's pretty good. So we're going to do a side mission now. You got side missions, you got main missions, and you got major missions. This is how you know that it's a Weltenbauer game. It just makes me feel like I'm playing Construction Simulator when you had contracts and then you had missions. And the contracts were... yeah, I'd say they were almost random. I don't think you could do a contract more than once.
Yeah, sure. You see, I was supposed to have a date in like half an hour, and I wanted to make something nice. Well, I dropped some stuff, and yeah.
Some bottles?
Actually, not sure. I just heard a loud noise, and my eyebrows were burned off. No date for me in the foreseeable future.
Oh, all right. Firefighters will arrive any moment now.
Yeah. Not like I have anything else to do today.
Very good. So we're doing one of these minor missions, whatever they're called. I believe you need to do minor missions though to unlock the main missions. Because you're gonna have main missions where you get promotions and new vehicles and outfits. You're gonna have major fires and then minor fires, so you need to do a bit of everything if you want to unlock it. Did that guy just rear-end that guy? I don't know. So here we are coming up on the fire. Wow, this guy's house is involved. So the number one way to get a gold ranking is to find and switch off the power very quickly, and
responsive victim found at my location.
And get your people, your partners to get started and get involved quickly. Right now I have them standing around, and quicker and quicker I give them instructions, but eventually I just switch it to autonomous, where they decide what to do on their own, because it saves time. But one thing I find is that they do not want to save victims on their own. They just want to fight fire. So then you have to instruct them individually, but it's easier for them to start by fighting fire and then just tell one of them, oh, go and save victims. So earlier in training I was checking to see if you could break windows, but I wasn't able to break a window in training. But in the squad you could blow out windows with your hose, and I wanted to check that. So I'm glad that they kept that feature.
Fire cleared, Commander.
Alright, Santiago, get out of the way. So here we have a beautiful house. Got some toys, maybe there's a child. Actually, there's almost definitely a child involved. Whose house is this? The guy had a date? How many people am I looking for? Is this his mom's house? It must be his mom's house.
That victim.
Or something. So mom must be taking care of the grandkids or something. Maybe the guy's a sister. The sister sometimes brings her baby over to visit grandma, you know. And so mom is a young grandma, basically. So that means that the child must not be here because the sister's not here. But we'll find out who's here.
Get well soon.
I can't believe the guy would burn down his house and then just run away and leave his mother in here? And how did he burn down the house? The fire's not even in the kitchen.
There's fire blocking me. I got this fire.
Anyway, these are good questions. Oh, dang, this place is falling to pieces. Dangerous. There's like a rumbling. It's kind of an ominous noise. So there's going to be a fire up here somewhere. Yep. This must be the baby's room.
Getting the victim out of here, boss.
Is that the sister? Or is that the father? Well, they're a victim. We gotta save them. I had a lot of difficulty finding the power box in this level, so I forget if I got a gold medal or not, but I might not have. The power box was right there. There's a little shoe cupboard, and I just walk right by it. You'll see it, it's on my right. Yeah, you see that? So one thing about the game is that the power box will always have a light above it. Here's a backdraft. You can see it makes a noise And the problem is, and you'll see during my playthrough, I do open backdraft doors, especially when there's just so much fire around, because I play with my volume turned down a lot for a few of these levels. So for a few of these videos, because I have people sleeping while I'm playing and I don't want to disturb them, so I can't hear the backdraft noise and when there's a lot of fire. So yeah, you'll see me get killed like 3 times
Moving to target.
in as many videos, in 3 videos. But yeah, it's not because I'm necessarily a bad player. So you can see I have very few people actually working the hoses right now. Most of my teammates are doing nothing. And that is also going to affect getting the gold medal. Because everybody needs to be, working hard. Mostly the early levels are the ones I struggle with getting the gold medal, because I'm not as good at controlling the AI. But some of the levels are pretty tough. So I won't, if I get a silver medal, I will not show you me replaying it to get a gold, or to try to get a gold, because you don't want to see me play the same level twice identically. Besides, what if I fail again, right? Then I gotta try again, and that'll be boring, so don't worry about that. But I'm just showing you the missions as they are, whether I get a gold or a silver or a bronze. I think I get a bronze in one level. I get a lot of bronzes and silvers in the training missions because they are pretty unforgiving. Honestly, I don't know how you're supposed to get gold medals in some of those when the fires are pretty darn big and you only get 1 or 2 partners. So we're making good progress here. But again, you gotta get the electricity early, because these fires are just gonna keep reigniting. You see that spark, right? The electricity is gonna spark some flames. Here we have a bathroom. Another issue I find I make is I fight a fire halfway and then I leave. Sometimes I hope that my partners are going to assist me.
I'll focus on the fire, partner.
Taking care of the fire, boss.
But there is a way. You gotta work with the limitations of the AI, of course. And I think you can get gold medals. Although if you get gold medals in the training area, you are really the master of Firefighting Simulator, because honestly, they are difficult levels. They're difficult challenges. And you can customize them too. So the idea is that the training area has, I think, 5 or 6 training missions. And the training missions are supposed to introduce new concepts to you. But you can modify it. I don't know if you can modify which rooms have fire or what have you. I haven't played with it too much at this point, but you can modify it. So we're making good progress here. You see how the walls are just smoldering red. I love that. And when you blast them with water, they do cool down, which is a really cool visual feature. I think it looks really, really cool. And sometimes you know, there was a comment on one of the Astragon videos asking about if fire, it acts realistically. And it's a bit difficult to say because, I mean, it's a simulation game, but modern hardware I don't think is really good enough to realistically simulate fire the way it is in the real world. But sometimes when you open a room, you open a door, and it's not at backdraft level, but it's still very hot, the fire is pretty dormant. You know, everything is red hot, but there's no actual fire. But as you introduce oxygen, the fire comes to life. So it doesn't explode like a backdraft, but it does like come to life again. And I think that's pretty cool. So you'll get backdrafts, but then you'll get the same phenomenon, but it's not quite at that level of power as a backdraft, where the fire is dormant, but it comes back to life in a less violent manner. So you'll enter a room, there will be no fire, but the fire will just immediately come to life again. And that's a cool feature. There are different types of fires, of course. There's gas, there's grease, there's oil. You can tell a grease fire will be usually on a stove, and it'll be popping and sputtering, and it'll look like a firework almost. And the oil will be different color. You'll see the oil on the ground as well. After you put out the fire, there will be like a oil pattern, oil slick on the ground. That's pretty cool. And the flames will be a different color, but also the smoke will be a blue color. You get this kind of crazy blue smoke, which is cool. You see, here's some sparks from the light have ignited this area. So I need to look for that fuse box. It's one thing I don't like in the game. And I know they do it because they want to give you a little challenge, right? But I just find that in the squad, the fuse boxes were in a pretty realistic place. They were in the laundry room or the garage, or they were outside the house.
But I'll break it open. Gonna pick up that Halligan first.
The main breaker box. But in Ignite, the fuse boxes are everywhere. They could be anywhere. So you end up spending a lot of time looking for it. And I know that that's to add to the challenge, but man, oh man, I'm like looking everywhere, and it costs you the gold medal, and then you have to go back and get it again. So that's just one thing that I personally would prefer, is if the fuse boxes were in a little more of a predictable place. Not predictable like easy, but kind of like where you would expect them to be. Because this one, it's upstairs in the guy's shoe cupboard. Why would the fuse box for the whole house be upstairs in the shoe cupboard? They should generally be pretty easy access. Like in the West, oftentimes they're in the utility room or in the basement. You know, in the movies, when they go to try the power, they go into the basement and they're flicking the switch up and down, right? In the scary movies, I mean, you know, when the Scarface or the Scream guy cuts the cable or whatever. Anyway, that's just me nitpicking. I'm a nitpicker. But I do like the game. I find it really fun. It's chill, you know, it's calm. And not calm as in there's no worry, but I mean, it's a game that you can do when you finish work, when you just want to have a little time to play. Oh, look at this, fire came right to life. I mean, we were just in here and there was nothing, and now this fire is crazy. So here's an example of why you need to really babysit the AI. It's like, when you're not telling them what to do, honestly, I think they're playing with the hose. Look, the guy's playing with the water. It's almost like a child playing with the garden hose, you know. That's what it really feels like when I'm not telling them what to do. And you just have to keep reminding them too. But in my mind, they are rookies, and I don't think they ever, you know, become firefighters in the whole game, because they're just not very good at thinking for themselves. But me, I'm earning my promotions. I'm earning it. But they have to work hard to impress me. Like, Santiago, what are you doing? Santiago, what are you doing? Santiago, the fire is over here. How about you point your nozzle at it and put it out for me there, bud? You get the idea. But I'm used to it, because the squad had sort of the same situation with AI. It's just do it yourself. Oh, there's a spark, so that guy's gonna reignite. But I do believe that you can get a gold medal in every mission. I really do. If you fail a mission, you will be quicker at it next time, because you know where the fuse box is, and you know where the fires are, and you will be a better player. And those three things combined should help you get a gold medal. So this one, I know I don't get a gold. Well, I don't know, but I think I don't. Silver. So how close was I? 13:30, and I was, wow, 24 minutes. Well, I spent a lot of time looking for the fuse box.
Hey, I want to report a fire in Park Street. Don't know if someone already phoned in, so I thought I should give you a call, just in case.
Thank you. Can you describe the fire?
Sure. There's like a lot of smoke or whatever, but it's not that bad.
Smoke can cause serious health complications or permanent injury. Help is on its way, but you should leave the building immediately. Can you tell me how many people are still inside?
What did you say about permanent injury? That's not, I mean, nobody will get hurt, right?
We're doing our best. The more information we have on the situation, the more likely we can prevent tragic outcomes.
Okay, the fire was started by, I mean, I know who did it.
I see.
Look, my friends dared me to do it, okay?
All right, and I fear someone will have to follow up with you on this one. Please stay on the line.
Mm-hmm. You're in big trouble, buddy. So this is something I like, is that when I did the fire station tour, I showed you the call center. And there were, I don't know, 6 people or 8 people who were doing these dispatch calls. And when you're doing your missions, you can hear different dispatchers, different operators. And I really like how there's different ones, right? Each one has a different personality. So this guy's like a southerner, and there's another woman who was kind of like very serious. So that's pretty cool. I like that little detail. Now here I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess I'm just showing you the major, main, and side missions. So side missions appear randomly, and they contain randomized challenges. I believe the side missions are the ones that you can just keep replaying, and they'll be slightly different every time. If I had to guess. I think that's how it is. Because you see it has a picture of the dice. Just like in the game The Squad, any mission that had a picture of a dice showed that it was a random mission. Randomized. So we're going with the TP3.
Fire emergency. Unit 7, prepare to respond. Dispatch notification.
You know, in terms of types of trucks, I'm not really a variety guy. I love this simple truck here, this one type of truck here.
Dispatch to Unit 7. Dispatch to Unit 7. Do you copy?
Unit 7 to dispatch. I hear you loud and clear.
We have an emergency downtown. It's coming from a commercial area.
Do you have further intel?
We have confirmation of a fire.
So one thing I
There are
found
also
is that
reports of people still inside
oftentimes
structure.
the path that they want you to take is not the best path. It might involve one or two extra corners that you don't need to take. So if you know the layout of the city, you should consider trying to take a few shortcuts, because I do think that the path they instruct you to take is not the best.
Could you focus on the road?
I'm getting some sweet air off of that jump. So here we have a market on fire. Some doofus decided to light a fire, to start a fire. And he could kill somebody. So I have them setting up the supply line. So I'm going to start with the attack line here. Come on, there we go. Time is of the essence.
No. Gonna break this
Locked.
open.
What is today, a weekend or something? So while I'm waiting, I'll give everybody instructions. One person needs to find victims. There we go.
Wish
Nice
everything was
job.
that easy.
Good job, Davis. Davis, Parker, and Santiago. Break open a window. Why didn't I think about that? One good thing is that when you instruct somebody to rescue injured victims, they will do some of the breaking themselves. They'll break open doors and stuff in order to search for them, because their job is not rescuing victims only, it's search for victims. So they will search rooms that are locked, and they'll naturally want to break them open.
Victim is safe, boss. Get well soon.
Get well soon. So this should be a pretty simple fire, but the fire is already pretty advanced.
SAR finished, Commander.
SAR finished? That was quick. But good, you know, good that it's finished. You can really look at the air. Look at the air through the fire. You see how hot it is. You can see the air is just moving with heat. It's shimmering, which is pretty cool. You hear that the ceiling is cracking, the ceiling is shifting. The heat is just melting the metal. Well, is that metal or is that aluminum? Who knows? Somebody knows. So let's get this fire under control. If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. I just wonder, why would they have the door locked when there are people inside? You know, the front door. And there is a first-person mode, by the way. I just don't really like it. I like third-person. Over the shoulder. So this will be the first time that we want to get up to the roof. This is a cool feature though. Of course there are no ladders behind you as you're working, but where you see these green phantoms, you can set up a ladder and you just pull it right out, and I really like that detail. Because it's that perfect mix between like having ladders and not having ladders. You know, I'm pretty sure in the squad all the ladders were pre-placed and you couldn't choose where they went. You just used what was there. And I think that this is a great way to implement the ladder system. So you can put up as many ladders as you want. You don't need to use any ladders. Some missions, they give you the option, but you don't actually need them. So I think that that is an interesting aspect I really like. Here we are, just flooding down there, flooding it with water, letting it drip through, because there's fire in between those ceiling panels and the roof here. So we just want to let the water totally drench it. I like that you can carry stuff up and down the ladder. Oh, we got a door. So this door's unlocked. That probably means the employees came in from this door. Must be an off day, but they're here to do some extra work or stock the shelves or something. And here's the electricity box too. So this is the main thing I'd recommend, is look for the electricity box earlier than later. Let your squad, you know, fight the fire at the beginning while you search for the electricity box, because you could be saving yourself a lot of trouble. And you see there's always a light above it. There will always be a red glowing light. So if you have difficulty finding it, that will help. And there's so much fire. Yeah, this is a locker room. We're doing pretty well.
Another success.
Well, that's the mission done, and the first of many, I hope, mission videos. What did we get? Gold medal? Yeah, gold rating. So you see, you need to do it all. So thank you